What is up, everyone? Guys, listen up. In today's video, we're going to break down the top 3 builds when you're playing against the bugs. You're going to be easily taking down hordes of enemies, heavy targets, whatever is going to be in front of you, you are going to be destroying it. And on top of that, it's going to be a lot of fun to use, because I do believe that builds should be effective and fun at the same time, right? Because if it's not fun and it's boring to use, you're going to move away from it pretty quickly, because let's be honest, this is a horde shooter and you want to be killing as many enemies as effectively as possible, right? So let's get right into it. This first build is going to be one of my favorite builds in the game. We're going to pick up the 500 kg. The reason I'm doing that is because if I see a Bile Titan or like see a bunch of impalers or chargers, you know, you can take care of them pretty easily with the 500 kg, especially after the buff that it got to its radius. It feels incredible. We're going to combine this with the one and only orbital gas strike. And as we move forward, you're going to understand why. Then when it comes to the support weapon, we're going to pick up the one and only flamethrower. And then finally, you're going to have 2 options here. So you can go for the shield generator pack, which I think currently in this meta, especially because we are so easily killed, you can literally get killed within a second, right? Like boom, boom, you're done. So if you're struggling with survivability, go for the shield. But if you want something else, you can go for the jump pack as well. And jump pack with the changes also adds a lot of survivability, because now you have way more momentum and you can cover a lot of range. So if you use it correctly, and keep in mind, it also has a better cooldown, right? It's only 15 seconds now. So if you use it correctly, you can get out of some crazy situations, which means that you will be alive way more often. Once again, this one's going to be up to you. I swap between these two because I do think both of them are absolutely phenomenal options. For the booster, I like to pick up the stamina enhancement. So for the armor, we're going to pick up the gas armor, provides 80% resistance to gas damage. And the reason we're going to do that is we're going to be utilizing the orbital gas strike, right? So what you want to do is you want to drop it. You kind of want to run into it and then start taking out your enemies. And the reason you want to do that is because all of those bugs are confused out of their mind. They have no clue what's happening. So you can just chill, jump in with your shield, for example. You just run in there. You're not worried about anything. You're not getting hit. And then you're going crazy with the flamethrower, right? For the weapon, we're going to go for the purifier. Now, the reason I like purifier with this build is we already have the flamethrower if something's getting close to us, right? And then you have the purifier charged up shots to take out enemies very easily from far, far away. So you have a build that covers everything: mid-range, long range, and close range as well. For the secondary, I'm picking up the grenade pistol. The reason for that being is we need to close down the bug holes a lot of the times, and having a secondary that can do that is phenomenal. And for the grenade, once again, this is going to be 2 options. For me personally, with this build, I like the gas grenades more, because you can confuse the enemies way more often. If your gas orbital is on cooldown, you have the grenades. If you're out of grenades, you have the gas orbital. So you kind of just rotate these 2 and you're always going to have the enemies confused pretty much at all times. When it comes to the playstyle, once again, you throw down the gas orbital, you rush in like an absolute madman, you take them out, then you move away, you drop your gas nades. The more area you have covered, the easier it is for you to survive. Don't forget, you have the armor, so you're not taking as much damage. If you need to, don't forget to stim, and you're just absolutely burning everything down. Okay, now let's talk about the next build. We're once again going to pick up the 500 kg. And to be honest, in all of these 3 builds, 500 kg is something that I'm going to be picking up, because across the board, it's a very good pick. No matter if you're clearing at the moment, even since the changes, or taking out big targets, it's very effective. So you can't really go wrong with this. You can literally drop it sometimes and clear a whole nest on its own. So now for the next slot, you're going to have 2 options. If you're not worried about the bigger targets and you think you're going to be fine with just the 500 kg, then you're going to go for the orbital napalm barrage. This will make it much easier for you to clear out the mega nests. And in general, it makes the games easier because it is a very, very strong orbital. Or if you want to have more damage when it comes to Bile Titans, there's a few options. You can go for the laser or for the precision strike as well. I think that the laser currently is kind of underrated. It does great on the bug side as well. For this one, we're just going to pick up the orbital laser. And now let's move on to the weapons. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick up the arc thrower and you're going to combine it with the jump pack. In the current meta, especially since the changes with the jump pack, this combination right here is extremely underrated. Remember, with the jump pack, you can fly way further now and way faster. And at the same time, while you're in the air, you can charge up your arc thrower. So by the second you're landing, you're already shooting and taking out a bunch of enemies. This is actually a very, very strong combination that is once again very underrated and underused on Super Helldive. It does take time to get used to because you need to understand when to use the jump pack, how to take higher positions, how to create distance between you and the bugs. But once you do master those things, this is easily one of the most fun builds in the game. And at the beginning of the video, I told you it's going to be both effective and fun. And this combo is different levels of fun. This is a build that offers you amazing ad clear, but you gotta be moving, right? Create distance, use arc thrower, create distance, do it again and again and again, and you're gonna be leaving games with hundreds if not thousands of kills. On top of that, the arc thrower absolutely destroys everything, including the charger. You can literally stun lock a few chargers in front of you, literally stun lock, which then makes it much easier to, for example, land the 500 kg, or makes it much easier for your teammates to get the job done with their stratagems, or if they're using rockets, quasars, whatever it is, it's just an easy target to hit. So we're gonna pick up once again the stamina enhancement with this one. We're not worried about ammo economy here because we do have the arc thrower. It has infinite ammo, so that's another great thing about the build. When it comes to the armor, we're gonna pick up the paramedic. So this is going to be the light medic armor with 6 stims. For your primary weapon, you're going to go for the blitzer. The reason you're going to do this is when those bugs do get close to you, you can take them out much easier with this weapon compared to the arc thrower. It also doesn't have any kind of a charge up time, so it makes it extremely easy to take out those targets close range. Then you jump away with the jump pack, switch to your arc thrower, and start zapping them from far, far away. This is an incredible combination. And once again, remember, the range on the arc thrower has been increased, so don't worry about shriekers as well. It will get the job done very effectively against shriekers. Think about it, guys. You have amazing stagger with the blitzer, literally building up stun with this one as well. You have the arc thrower that can stun lock chargers, and then you're gonna have your red stratagems to take care of the bigger targets. For the secondary, grenade pistol, and for the grenade, we're gonna go for the thermite grenade. The reason we're gonna do this is, remember, we have incredible ad clear already with the arc thrower and the blitzer and the jump pack combination. So we wanna focus on taking out those heavy targets as easily as possible. We have the red stratagems. As mentioned, you can pick up the orbital napalm if you want and run the 500. But if you do that, you know what's a great combination? The thermite grenade, because this thing also annihilates heavy targets. For the playstyle, once again, creating range, getting a lot of kills, and try to never forget to charge up your arc thrower when you're flying away and creating that distance, because that timing is perfect for the arc thrower and it makes it much more effective to get those crazy clears. And then when you see big targets, thermite grenade, 500 kg, laser if you picked it up, or you just use the orbital napalm to get even more clears. Now, this last build is not something that you're gonna see a lot of people use, but I'm telling you right now, you're gonna fall in love very easily because it causes absolute mayhem on the battlefield, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up 3 red stratagems. We're gonna pick up the 500 kg, we're gonna go for the orbital napalm barrage, and on top of that, we're gonna go for the eagle cluster bomb. So with these 3 right here, you have ridiculous ad clear, and you have the 500 kg to take out bigger targets as well. And now we're gonna combine it with the one and only recoilless rifle. This combo right here is insane. You're not gonna have to worry about bigger targets because of the recoilless and 500, and you're never gonna have to worry about ad clear as well, thanks to the cluster and the orbital napalm. For the booster, once again, stamina enhancement. Unless your teammate is already running it, then you can pick up something else. And now let's take a look at the armor here. We're gonna go once again with the medical armor with 6 stims. For the weapons, we're gonna repeat the latest combination, which is gonna be the blitzer with the grenade pistol. We're gonna be closing buck holes with the grenade pistol. We're gonna be destroying all the rest with the blitzer. Now keep in mind, if you see a charger or whatever, you have the recoilless rifle, so you're not worried about that. You can directly just one-shot him. The only thing you gotta be careful here with is the shriekers. Now with time, you're gonna be able to kill the shriekers pretty easily with the blitzer. It's definitely possible, but it's not as easy as with some of the weapons out there. But with time, you are going to master it, and it's going to be tons of fun to do as well. And for the grenade, we're going to pick up the stun grenades. Now, the reason we're going to go stun with this specific setup, the stuns in combination with the medical armor just are perfect when it comes to survivability. Because if you're getting chased, you can't get rid of them at that specific moment. You throw in a stun, they're all just stun locked. You turn around, you take them out with the blitzer, or you literally just switch to one of your reds here, use the cluster eagle, for example, you're taking them out, easy clears, right? So it will help you across the board. When it comes to the playstyle, it's pretty simple, right? You use the red stratagems to get as many clears as possible pretty much at all times, and then you have the recoilless rifle and the 500 kg to take out the Bile Titan charges, whatever is running at you. And yeah, you guys get the point. Anyway, these are my favorite builds that I like to run when I'm fighting the bugs, and I do have many other builds that I like to use, so I mix it up all the time. But that would be like a, I don't know, like a 2-hour video if I went over every single build that I really enjoy against the bugs. Make sure to let me know what you guys think about these builds in the comment section below. Drop some interesting builds, ideas in the comment section. You guys know I like to read as many comments as possible. If there's something interesting, we might test it out. Maybe I find some new favorite builds. You never know. Thank you for all the love and support. As always, stay positive, stay disciplined, and I'll see you all on the next one. I mean, we literally have the best community of all time. Oh, we got no scoped.